this time on the Legion side. And then we got MUFC, a part of the Hellborn team. So the locking phase has started. The blind band's taking place. A couple of interesting notes, actually. TteS Esports, they blind banned Demented Shaman and Polywog Priest. And then MUFC going with Ophelia Tundra. But Demented Shaman and Polywog Priest, what's the logic here, Trev?
Oh, I think that's actually pretty standard. The Polywog Priest is a very popular pickup among Southeast Asian teams. Very, very popular, actually. And, I wouldn't be... I think they're thinking is they're going to pick Poly. They're just going to pick Poly.
Yeah.
So they banned that. Demented Shaman is just... I hate that hero. He's so strong. Although I think most teams run him as a support. If you watch... Team, I don't know if they go by Team Royal or just Swindle's team, or the Heroes Han deserves.
Yeah.
Swindle's team runs solo Demented Shaman all the time, and I think that's really the way it needs to be played. And when it is played that way, it is so freaking strong. But just a very annoying hero to deal with when he gets farmed, heals the team up, provides so much sustainability in team fights. So yeah, I don't blame him there. And then for Hellborn banning Ophelia and Tundra, that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff there. So interesting stuff there with the blind bans. By the way, real quickly, a big shout out to DreamHoN Space Party, the chat channel in game. If you join Xander K, the community manager, and a lot of other people in that channel, just discussing the matches that are here on Honcast every single day for the DreamHoN Summer Championships. You go into that channel, you even have a chance to win some gold coin prizes. So just talk about the game again. DreamHoN Space Party is the chat channel for that. But yeah, so looking at this, looking at the locking phase take place here, and actually very interesting stuff because Pebbles is on the board, yet it was not locked by TteS Esports. They went ahead with Tempest, then it was Bubbles Aluna for MUFC, and then Magnus Slither for TteS Esports, and then finishing off, as you see right there, with Andromeda. But what do you think about TteS Esports passing up on the Pebbles lock here?
I don't know. Very interesting. Maybe they do want to go with this long lane Tempest strategy again, and just they feel that their lanes could be stronger if they didn't have a Pebbles, or they wanted a harder carry with this. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. Personally, I would have locked him, maybe. But maybe they have another different strategy in mind that doesn't involve a Pebbles. So
yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, it could be along the lines that you're saying. Maybe they want the Silent Tempest and figuring the lanes might be a little bit more powerful without him. But, yeah, we'll see how the banning phase goes. You got to think that MUFC would very likely end up banning him here when this phase is all said and done. But, yeah, we'll see how that eventually plays out. Of course, the banning beginning here with Slicks with the first one actually taking quite a bit of time. So we're using quite a bit of overtime, for that matter, going into just the banning phase, already down to 30 seconds here for TteS Esports. So again, this is game number 2. TteS Esports, they're up 1-0. They come into this series 0-1 record after losing to Vitriolic last game, and then MUFC, they beat Call It Karma their first match, so they are 1-0, but currently down 1-0 here in this best of 3. So the band's beginning though, more Axis and Electrician so far, and it's starting to pick up now. We see the Mage Bane, now Silhouette and Dark Lady are still on the board. So of course, that's going to be intriguing as well to see if those two are banned, because you look at that lock pool, no really carry heroes locked up in a lock pool, so that's we'll see who we have options here for. Pebbles is going to be banned there, so no Pebbles. And now with 2 total bans remaining, we'll see how it finishes. But Dark Lady and Silhouette still on the board.
As well as Nymphora and Jereziah, your cheese fest heroes are there. These next 2 bans are going to be especially interesting because it's going to dictate whether we're probably going to see a Silhouette and a Dark Lady in the game. So Jereziah will get banned, smart banned by TteS Esports. I think Jereziah is very effective, especially when you're in the Hellborn side of things, because the way the picking goes, it goes 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then you get your final pick from Hellborn side, and then you can't pick any more from the pool. You got to choose from the lockpick pool. Mm-hmm. So that's why Jereziah is kind of like that. Oh my God factor! They just Jereziah'd us,
yeah.
And it's very effective on the Hellborn side. And then they actually go with the respect ban of Warbees. So Rise are bringing out those respect bans.
Yeah, getting MUFC, and that's big. I mean, it does force not necessarily force, but it does get MUFC to, as you put it, use a respect ban on that Warbeast. A hero that we don't see banned really at all. But banned here because of what happened in the first game. And again, I believe finished 9-0-15, and no doubt a big reason for their success there in their first game. So not going to see the Warbeast this time around, unfortunately. But like I said, Silhouette and Dark Lady are on the board, so at least expect one of those to be picked up, if not both. Witchslayer, though, going to be first picked here by TteS Esports. So last game we talked about Pyromancer and the advantage he has over a Witchslayer. But this time around, TteS Esports feeling the Witchslayer game. So
Yeah, I hope they run him as a solo though. Like for reasons I mentioned last game,
Yeah.
he just frankly sucks in a dual lane. His stuns are such low duration. He does very little damage. But as a solo, he's amazing because he gets that level 6 really quickly, and that ult is so good very early on, especially against support heroes. You can basically stun ult and they're dead. So yeah, I hope TTE Sports runs him as a solo. If they do, it's a fantastic pick because the two kind of best solos in the game mid right now are Polywog and Witch. And with Polywog banned, that leaves Witch, and they got him. So yeah, and now they actually follow up with a Pyromancer pickup for Kiddo, and I love it. This is gonna be first
Anything
best.
you can do, I can do better. I'm sure that's what Kiddo's singing right now.
Yeah.
He'd be right to be doing so. So yeah, going with the Pyromancer pick, and obviously Slick's played that last game, so maybe gonna match up against him. And if it comes down to that 1-versus-1, that'd be pretty epic. Silhouette though the follow-up, so again, not surprising there to see Silhouette picked up here by MUFC. So we'll see now if TTE Sports. Like I said, in the lock pool, there aren't really any true carries there. So will they go with Dark Lady, or will they even go with something else, or maybe just say, screw carry, who needs the damn carry? We'll just go all out aggression and win that way. But follow-up picks here from TTE Sports. We'll see what Slicks chooses for his team now.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm looking at that lock pool, I'm thinking right now that Bubbles is like God tier. There's a lot of, well, right now even on the board. Oh, we got a Wild Soul. There we go. Excuse me. And yeah, Bubbles is gonna be very good here, I'm thinking. But with that Wild Soul pickup, ooh, that changes things a lot. I don't know. I don't know what TTE is gonna do.
You know, you mentioned that Tempest. Oh, I gotta think it's gonna be Tempest now. I mean. God, that just goes with the push so well with Wild Soul and Torture. I mean, maybe not necessarily, but still, that's so. Yeah, Wild Soul and Torture. That's an interesting combination. I mean, again, two in their own right, two powerful heroes, and so not surprising in that sense. But maybe not what we expected to come out here from TTE Sports. But Wild Soul, we have talked about a bit about him lately, and he has been kind of coming back strong onto the competitive scene. So we'll see how they do in the lock pick phase now. But the final pick coming up here for MUFC, we'll see how they finish off.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. I know White plays the I love the Nymphora pickup. I know White plays the Wild Soul a lot in the jungle, and he goes for absolute straight first item naked
Mock, yeah.
Mock, right? And I mean that's good. He gets it very early on, but if you get any kind of aggression from the enemy team, it delays it by a ton, and then he becomes useless. But the popular thing now is to run Wild Soul into like a suicide lane where you just pull creeps and kind of destroy the short lane hero's farm, which I think is a smarter way to do it. But actually I think that's what they're going to do since they picked a Magnus. I don't know. I'm interested.
Yeah, didn't see that coming out of the lot. You mentioned Bubbles being god tier to that. I was thinking maybe Tempest, even a Luna up there, but no, going with the Magnus. But again, its own right, very powerful hero, but with such a strong locked pool, maybe a little bit surprising. And there you go, MUFC falls out with both Bubbles and Tempest for that matter. So now TTE Sports, they still got strong options. I'm guessing it's going to either be a Luna or Andromeda in this case, but
yeah, this could actually shape up really well for TTE Sports. I think if they go a Luna here, actually even Andromeda, actually any of those heroes would be good if they do the laning properly, which they should do is a Magnus, Torture, plus X being one of these three heroes, a Luna. If they did that like a tri-lane top, just a straight up tri-lane top, Wild Soul, solo bottom, which they're mid, that would be really good for their team. So I think that's what they might do, actually.
Yeah, and I'm guessing the goal of that would be to match up against a Silhouette and Nymphora,
right,
if possible. But, you know, then that's where the mind game's going to play. Will MUFC maybe think that? Will they send the Silhouette and Nymphora bottom and then Bubbles top because of that? So
exactly.
Yeah, we'll see how these two teams kind of respond to one another. But it is official. We got our 5-man lineups on either side here. So, of course, again, MUFC, they got the temp. We'll see. Are they actually... Now, would you be surprised to see MUFC run a tri-lane themselves and have a side lane Tempest?
Well,
support Pyro maybe.
that would be good. The only thing is, yeah, you're gonna have to support Pyro, and the thing about their tri-lane is if they did that, they have no like actual set stun, like no point stun. It's all kind of skill shot stuns, and that's kind of like iffy. Also, when you run a tri-lane like that with Nymphora, that means very late level 6. And Nymphora really needs at level 6. Actually, so does Pyro. So I think their best bet is to really start out with a dual lane top. If they do try lane against it, they're going to have to send that nymph forward like mid to gank for somebody or do something.
Yeah.
Just have a solo silhouette because you don't want 2 against 3. That's the worst thing. You always want 1 against 3 if you can, and then just try to survive. And then, get something jump-started in other lanes. So I think the safest bet is to start top. If they find there's a tri lane, adjust to it as best as you can. Keep that Tempest free farming, and then maybe get some ganks from Bubbles when he hits level 6.
Yeah, so we'll see. Coming out of this pause here, so we see Bubbles reconnecting and Wins playing the Bubbles, and we'll see how they go about the laning. I mean, both teams, it's pretty intriguing. No really, I mean, honestly, both in terms of the compilation of the lanes and where they're actually going to go, so that's always fascinating to see how both teams decide to go about it. It looks like TteS Sports not going to be ready, though. As you see right there, Leon Black going to go for a restart himself, apparently. But hopefully when he comes back in, we will be good to go. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing how the two match up. Now, actually, there was one more update I wanted to talk about, or just bring up real quickly. Again, we had Xander K on in the in-between games there to give us an update on the other 2 matches and the postponed match. But actually, the match from yesterday that was supposed to happen, Impunity versus Saishi, which we were going to cast yesterday, ended up getting postponed to today. That also just started. They actually just started Game 1 about 20, 30 minutes ago. And I actually was monitoring the Game 1 in-between matches there, and actually it looked like Impunity had an advantage, but it was only about 20, 25 minutes in. So, but yeah, from my knowledge, again, from what I was able to tell, they were still in Game 1. So that's just a quick update there on what's going on in that series. But here we are, coming out of the pause, so now we'll get a better idea of how both teams are going to go about laning this thing. And we got Boo Boo actually blocking Magnus a little bit, but now he's going to start running out. So Torture Magnus currently heading top. We got Wild Soul going towards the bottom lane, Aluna going bottom as well, and Witch Slayer mid. So are we going to see a solo Aluna here? Or?
Sorry, just having some fun with them there. Let's see, yeah, Aluna, what is this? I don't know. Yeah. This is very interesting. So yeah, the dual lane top. Ooh, what do they have here, guys? It's a Bubbles top. Okay. I don't know. I obviously I think some heroes are going to be shuffled around here and adjusted. I don't know. It's just it's kind of crazy right now. Bubbles top against 2, that's going to be good so long as he doesn't die. If he doesn't die, it's going to be amazing. He's going to hit level 6. He's going to start roaming around, because normally this Torture Magnus lane, I don't like it, because that usually means to support Magnus, when it should be the other way around. It should be a support Torture, and Magnus should be getting farmed, because the one that can harass is always the ranged hero, so he should be focused on harassing, while the melee hero should be focused on CSing. Also, I think an early portal key on Magnus is much better than any kind of farm that Torture could have early on. But, that's just a minor thing. Aluna actually is going to come up here. So I did call it. They are going to have this tri-lane top, and that's perfect. They have the Bubbles against it. I think MUFC did a good job maybe realizing that, but the only problem here is if they do kind of any adjusting from TteS Sports, this bottom lane is going to get crushed.
Yeah.
So they got to be very careful about that, very aware of any kind of missing in action calls, and hopefully they respond to it, accordingly.
Yeah, so Silhouette and 4 are heading down here, but like you're talking about, if TteS Sports reacts to this or maybe send some roaming to happen, then they could be in a little bit of trouble. But at the start, though, however, CY here playing the Silhouette, he should have a fantastic time when it comes to his creep farm, of course, against this Wild Soul and Boo Boo. So kind of a 2 versus 2 in that sense, but really. But we do get the middle matchup, Pyromancer versus Witch Slayer. That's what I was looking forward to. It actually is Nick O'Kay's playing Pyromancer here for MUFC, going up against Slicks, of course, on that Witch Slayer. Slicks going the 4 minor totem build, by the way. It's always pretty interesting to see. Of course, going for the quick bottle, but look at Pyromancer. A lot of harassment right off the bat, throwing some nukes out the auto attack. Now, Pyromancer taking some tower damage there just to eat a tree, and actually maybe a little bit of trouble. Chain reaction is going to hit right now. Did not expect Torture to come in. He lands a Dragon Fire just before the final auto attack. There's a Phoenix when he gets the Bloodlust kill just before. He will go down after, but that will help big time getting the Bloodlust kill just before dying. That was huge.
Right there, you just see how garbage that Witch Slayer stun is. It stuns up for such a little duration, and so Pyro was able to turn around and actually get the counter kill and the first, the Bloodlust there onto Slick. So very, very good job, and heads up play there by Nick Ox. Is it okay? Yes, or
I'm saying okays. I don't know.
Okay, Nick Okays. All right, we'll call him Nick Okays. But yeah, good job there. And actually, some more aggression. You see how much damage Pyro takes? Witch Slayer takes? That's half damage right now.
Yeah, and he throws out the Graveyard Stun, and half a second later, Pyromancer's already putting back auto attack. So
Yeah.
we're just going to keep stressing that, aren't we? Yeah, Pyromancer is safely winning this middle lane off the bat here, especially after what just happened initially there. I mean, you see the positioning that he has. So Slicks is in a bit of trouble here early on for TT Esports. Nymph4 going to run into Torch in the meantime, and that's a deadly hero to run into, especially this early on. You see the impalement, how much damage has come out. One final auto attack. I don't even think it was necessary. Riser gets the kill right there on a Bond playing Nymph4. Wrong place, wrong time type deal for Nymph4 coming out right there. As just having to get caught. And actually, Pyromancer now maybe in a little bit of trouble. There's the Graveyard Stun. Magnus going to follow it up on top of the miniaturization. And here comes Torture. And chain reactions will hit. And Pyromancer going to not fall, using the bottles right there. And oh my god, he lived. Wow.
Yep. Well, that's the problem with Magnus Stun. It's so short. And you can't really follow up a second time when you're diving the tower like that, unless you're like level 3 maybe. But, you know, Magnus has such low armor. He takes so much damage from the tower, so he had to back up away smartly. They have the right idea from TT Esports. Aluna doesn't really need any help, or does she? She's getting actually very harassed here, and I think he's going to die if this Shell Surf hits. If this Shell Surf hits, it's got to hit. He's trying to do some juking, but he can just keep auto-attacking, because the more you keep juking... Oh, wow, very well played there by Wins. He realized that he had boots, so the more you kind of juke like that, you're actually going to catch up onto the hero. So he didn't even need to use a Shell Surf. Very, very good heads-up play by Wins there, and that's actually very unfortunate. Just as I was saying, Aluna doesn't need help against those bubbles, she dies. So,
Well, that very risky move by Aluna right there, and again, it's obviously a hindsight type situation. Again, a lot easier for us to see, but she went to the side shot right there with bubbles missing. And, you know, as we saw, Bubbles happened to be picking up his boots at the same time when she went to go finish her Ring of Teacher from the side shop. And she was at half-life when she did. So that obviously turned out completely horrible for her. And it got turned around on. But, yeah, you're talking about, you know, right as you're mentioning, not going to need some help all of a sudden. Maybe she does because Bubbles gets a kill right there. And now Bubbles... you could argue winning the top lane as a result of that. He is 11-4 compared to the 15-10 of Luna. So obviously Luna a little bit better creep score, but that kill, no doubt, in the favor of Bubbles. Bottom lane though, Silhouette having a fantastic time, 22-5. Her GPM's already up to 285 gold per minute, now 290, which is the tops in the game. So early on here, we're only 4.5 minutes, but MUFC across the board actually looking very strong here.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say that one kill up there. I mean. We might be like, oh wow, good job by Bubbles, but that's a crucial kill in this game because that's one of the heroes that they were supposed to at the start have shut down. And that's like, okay, we have 3 against the Bubbles, Aluna doesn't need help, let's go gank somewhere because Aluna should be able to, you know, handily take care of this Bubbles. Well, bam, Bubbles got a kill. And so now Bubbles is going to have more experience because they started out with a kind of pseudo tri-lane up there. And he's going to have a fast level 6 and probably get some ganks going on with that. They've moved Wild Soul into the jungle now and kind of done a dual lane bottom against this Silhouette and Nymph4, but Silhouette smartly picks up a Mystic Veterans very early, so any kind of combo coming out here from the Magnus Torture is going to do minimal damage.
Yeah, so that's good for her right there. We do see Silhouette. Silhouette has Mystic. I'm sorry, I think you might have said Nymph4, but anyways, Silhouette has Mystic
sorry.
But yeah, that's as you're talking about, if she happens to get comboed, should be able to withstand a good amount of that damage. Middle lane, Pyromancer does have her ultimate. She's using the bottle charge right there with the haste right now. She's going to go on the graveyard. It's not going to happen first, though. Expect a miniaturization. Maybe there's a miniaturization. Good timing, actually, from Slicks. Waiting for the animation from Pyromancer and making her take as much tower damage as possible. So that was actually very good patience by him. And he's able to scare off Pyromancer eventually. And the 6-minute rune is going to be spawning here. We'll see if Nymph4 looks like she is going to protect the bottom rune as well as doing some stacking of the Ancients. It's going to be a regen bottom, and Pyromancer will gladly take that. If she happens to go to the jungle, there's a Wild Soul right here. That would really suck for him, but of course there's a ward of sight that should be able to spot her. In fact, she's going to run by it, but not going to go into the jungle. But yeah, great rune for Pyromancer right there to pick up with the regen.
Yeah, I couldn't have asked for anything better, really. So he'll stay here, pop this, and probably start spamming here. Hopefully it doesn't get canceled. It does get canceled by Slicks. He might get a kill here. Wow, really well played by Slicks. Barely had enough mana there. I had 13 mana at the very end of that, and just perfect use of that stun. Got the full range of it. That's exactly what you got to do, folks, is use that graveyard stun, click on the ground, not the hero, and you'll get the full range out of it. Was able to get a great kill on the Pyro right there.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean... Obviously, after what happened at the beginning of the game with the Bloodlust kill, definitely gave Pyromancer a pretty solid advantage in the middle lane, but Witzer getting as you put it, a very big kill himself, and now you can even say favor back in his side as you take a closer look at the creep farm too. He's now winning the creep farm 25 and 17 again, really on top of the denies, just like he was the first game. He is just a deny king once again, so making sure to maximize that and lessen the experience of Pyromancer, of course, as a result. But look at Pyromancer, she runs right up the hill. She wants to get a counter kill here, but Witchslayer going to play passive enough to the point of survival. But if Pyromancer does catch him with the Dragonfire, then you can guarantee a kill with the Phoenix Wave ultimate to follow that. What does the ultimate even call it? The Blazing Strike. So, but you do see Graveyard Stun even used, and Pyromancer will have to fall back. Back to the bottom lane, though. Again, Magnus Torturer against the Silhouette and Infora. Silhouette now level 6, actually. So looking pretty good in the bubbles, and she's still farming pretty good. Has slowing down a little bit. You see chain reactions coming out right there. But zero follow-up's going to happen. Even the Zeal Stun coming up from Infora just in case. But not even really necessary. But Bubbles. Now, we talked about the big kill that he had on Aluna at the top lane. He's really amplifying off of that. He's already got Steam Boots, actually. Now 306 gold per minute. So farm Bubbles here early on.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, and that's really going to help him. Does he have a TP scroll on him? He does have a TP scroll on him, so he can do any kind of counter ganking that might happen here in the bottom lane actually here pretty soon. Wild Soul's coming down here, maybe get a lucky Entangle after the stun. Stun combo comes out, gets 2 heroes, and Entangle right away. He also have a double damage activated. Nymphoria will go down. So, oh my god, look at all the damage he's doing with that double damage. Can he get another root? Can he get another root? It was very close. Oh, the stun comes out. Well played there by Leon Black. That was massive there for TteS Sports.
Yeah. And that was really unfortunate for MUFC because Bubbles actually went for a jump on the top lane. He used Shell Surf as soon as the bottom lane was getting jumped. So you just mentioned he had the Homecoming Stone, but wasn't able to successfully come into the bottom lane and maybe assist. So really unfortunate there that they weren't able to try to set up a counter. But yeah, as you put it, great take by TteS Sports right there, coming to the bottom lane, specifically Wild Soul. Middle lane, Pyromancer does drop Witchslayer. Again, that's what we talked about. You get caught in the combo, and well, really, with just the Dragon Strike or Dragon Fire, and you're pretty much dead. So, Witchslayer just caught out in the wrong spot. Who, by the way, went Striders actually.
Yep.
With his boots there. So, I believe that's typical Slicks though.
That was a build made popular by No Tail, where he'll go Striders straight into Blink, and you get it right around 12 minutes or so. Doesn't look like he can get around 12 minutes. He is 1-2. So he's died a couple of times, and they don't have any towers. But when you're doing well early on, and you get towers, you get Strider's Blink very, very early on. And it's pretty much like the items is like all you need. Actually, Aggression coming out here, the Kelpfield coming out onto Aluna here right at the tower. He misses the power thrower, actually. I think he might have had a take cover ready anyway. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, he didn't. It was on cooldown. So, yeah, good job there by Kiddo and Wins. And actually, they might push this top tower. That's the power of Tempest. You get a gank, and it's usually a tower kill to follow.
Oh, wow. Bubbles nearly getting caught right there, actually, but he is able to dodge the chain reaction. This tower is going to fall. Oh, the invulnerable, the power throw nearly killing him. Look at the positioning. Now Tempest will get the tower kill and is going to be able to get away before. That was really close right there for Bubbles. Nearly died twice. One of the power throw, one of the chain reactions, but able to live a life on the edge. That's the way to play. So I love this GPM chart, by the way. It's pretty interesting. It's the Hellborn team, again, looking very strong for them. The Legion side, they got their positives, but you got Nymphora all the way down there for the Hellborn team. But again, she's playing pure babysit here at the bottom lane for Silhouette, so nothing too surprising there. 0 creep kills and having 2 deaths will definitely do that. Middle lane, they able to combo Pyromancer between Aluna Magnus and catch her before she can get away. Top lane, we do see actually a dive happening on a Torture, completely trapped in the woods right here, and Kiddo will be picking up another kill. That's a second of the game, and his GPM has taken over this game quite a bit now. 375 gold per minute. He doesn't have enough for a portal key, but he's going to combat Witchslayer. The ultimate summer bullet comes out, and down goes Tempest. So right as I say he has enough for the portal key, he gets picked off seconds later, and now it'll be delayed just a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well played by both Slicks and Kiddo there to get some good kills. A lot of gold, though, hoarded up on the Wild, so he's been kind of silent this game, and he's going to have his Sword of the Eye here very, very soon.
Yeah, you talked about that, Whitel, but known for going straight for the Sword of the High into Mocker Brilliance, and he's going to once again, their level 1 Entangle, the hit 1 Entangle, I should say, does go off. And Nefora will be followed up on by Magnus for the kill. However, they're going to try to counter kill on Wild Soul, and they will get that counter kill. While Talibot will fall. You see that he wasn't in his ulti form. He doesn't actually have it yet.
Oh.
And he got taken out right there. So that was a good kill coming up for the Hellborn team. Pyromancer still chasing, in fact, as well as Bubbles. And now Magnus knows done for a mana. Can he even steam back? No, he cannot. He does have power supply. He's going to use that. Oh, the Pyromancer ultimate. There's a dish right there. The final auto attack is going to be enough to lift. Song of the Sea coming up. He has a Song of the Sea. Why is it Bubbles using the Song of the Sea? It doesn't matter. Magnus will fall. I don't know why I'm freaking out. Torture goes down as well. And the tower is also going to start dropping here. So MUFC aggression really picking up and working out big time here at the bottom lane.
Yeah, did he have it up that whole time?
He did.
Why was he not using it?
I don't know.
No, that's good reason to freak out, because if I wasn't looking at Magnus's items, he does have a power supply.
Yeah.
So had he had that like off cooldown, I don't know if he did.
He just
power
used
supply-
it prior to it to get the steam bath off. That's the thing.
Right, and obviously you can't see that when they're invisible, so you don't really know. That could have been an easy getaway for Magnus. So yeah, he definitely. That could have been a big deal if, he did get away because Bubbles didn't use the Song of the Sea. But they were, nonetheless, able to get a kill. And they also got a kill on Wild Soul. That's going to slow down his farm just a little bit. He's going to go to Ancients here. But, yeah, Wild Soul going the pure, farming route.
Yeah.
And actually some aggression coming out on the Pyro. He will get double stunned by both Luna and Torture, and the Power Throw take him out. Last hit for WP.
Tempest in the meantime at the bottom lane jumps into the wayside. The ultimate actually pulling in Magnus and Torture as soon as they report it is going to be now follow up. Magnus will Lava Surge in. Not enough damage for the kill. However, Magnus is going to eventually fall. Steam Bath activated, and Magnus will stay alive. Gets still stunned out though. He'll eventually fall. Luna now getting caught out as well. The stuns from Tempest working with the Glacial Blast, and he will fall. And now you see Torture running away. Great job from Tempest right there. Excellent heads up. Using the ultimate on top of the homecoming positions. And a little bit of pressure even going to be applied to the tower on top of that. So MUFC putting things together here in game number 2. And they are now up 5,600 in gold, 3,000 experience. And they're going to fall back at the bottom lane before much else happens. You talked about Wild Soul, though. He's pushing the middle lane by himself. Are we going to see a vulnerability ports right here? That's one more second. There we go. Tempest comes in with the portal key. Great job by Kiddo right there. Denies that tower. Is going to be enough for a follow-up for the kill. It doesn't look like it. Pyromancer, of course, no portal key, and Wild Soul will survive, but excellent. Kiddo, man. Kiddo playing off the wall this game.
Yeah, Kiddo's playing very, very well, and actually Wild Soul uses a health potion, but there's a regen rune right above him, little does he know. But he doesn't have a vision of it, so whatever. The Sword of the High picked up on to Wild Soul, so he now does have that. Farms up, 1,200 more gold, and he will have that Mark of Brilliance. Yeah, though about Wild Soul to build, he doesn't have the ultimate. I assume he'll get it at level 10, because then you get it 2 levels in a row, 10, 11, bam. But I don't approve at all of not having Bear level 3. Had he had Bear level 3, actually, that tower would have fallen about 10 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
Because that demolish ability is so strong. So I don't approve of that at all. I think you definitely have to have Bear level 3. Maybe not, super, super early, but, you definitely got to have that, because it increases your pushing potential by, tenfold, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a very, very good point to bring. It's level 1 nothing, right? And then level 2 is the Entangle.
Level 2 is Entangle, level 3 is
Demolish.
Demolish, level 4 is Magic Armor.
The Resistance,
which is kind
yeah.
of useless, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's a big deal. I mean, not something we see actually. We usually do see the Demolish sooner than later, but yeah, not picked up there, and you could definitely safely say that. So.
Yeah. Also, with the ultimate is you get the battle cry skill available, which increases your pushing power even more. So you get the demolish from the Boo Boo plus the extra damage on Boo Boo as well as your hero. So it really increases your pushing potential. And I know he's going for the straight farm build in the woods, but I think having that extra option to be able to counter push towers while your team is engaging in little skirmishes is very, very useful into creating some pressure and opening up the map. So that's why I like the ultimate. He still doesn't, actually, he hasn't skilled, oh no, he did skill up. He didn't get neither the ultimate nor the bear, so he does not have my seal approval.
Well, level 11, we'll see. I mean, obviously it's going to be the ultimate or the bear at level 11, unless God forbid he goes stats, but wouldn't that be something? Really to troll you, but no, probably going to be one of the two. Now, he's very close to the Mark of Brilliance, so that kind of pure farming route, it's kind of working out in that sense. I mean, we're now 16 minutes in, and he is going to have a Mock of Brilliance here very, very shortly, within this next minute or so. Still no boots on either him or self or boot, so again, just going straight for it, basically going from naked to that. So
yeah,
but that was kind of expected, I guess.
He does have 2 kills, so that helps out with his farm, as well as 1 death. But had he not got those 2 kills, that double kill that happened for bottom was huge for Wild Soul, because that should have been made it really, really fast for him to get his Monk of Brilliance. Had he not got those, the way his farm is looking at it, probably would have been more like a 20-minute Monk of Brilliance, which is very, very slow if you're going for a straight naked Monk of Brilliance. Usually we see White go for something close to like a 14-minute Monk of Brilliance, maybe 15 minutes. So yeah, unfortunately not getting quite the amount of farm that he wants, but he has pretty much just enough gold to do it. And I think his thinking is that he's going to go the max wild early on, so that once his bear does get Monk of Brilliance on it, he's going to have a lot of mobility and a lot of movement speed to kind of, really affect this Hellborn team.
Okay, he is level 11. He still hasn't gotten ultimate or bear yet.
Oh my god.
Okay, there he goes with the bear. So
Okay.
he has demolished now. I was going to say, is he trolling us? No, he's not. Okay, but there are other heroes in the game, believe it or not. So let's actually take a look around the board and see what else is going on. Witch Slayer has 1,700 gold saved up. Now a little bit more. In fact, he's going to get caught right here, though. Tempest comes in. Is he going to ulti? Is he going to ulti? Is he going to ulti? Yes! No, he's not. No, it's not even necessary. That's why. The support comes in. Nymphora with the port. I was wondering if he was, but obviously he doesn't. Not necessary. Kelphin in the background as well. Magnus Lava surging in, but another port again. There's our Tempest ultimate. It catches Torture. Torture will fall. Aluna, the Emerald Lightning, was not up right there to stun him out. He's going to come from behind by Pyromancer, and WTF will be picked off, and there's the Graveyard Taunt coming out on top of that Magnus. He is going to be able to be fine. But MUFC, again, I love this aggression that's coming out from them. As I was going to talk about, of course, Kiddo with that portal key. He's been making maximum use of that. Bubbles with his portal key as well. Pyromancer will have his portal key as soon as that tower goes down right there. They're going to get not only one tower, but two towers, as the top lane is also going to fall. So MUFC is now up 11.5 thousand gold, 7,500 experience, and we just hit the 18.5 minute mark here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, Witch Slayer getting picked off there is kind of a big deal for that team fight, because had he not got picked off, they probably would have done some grouping up with Wild Soul now with the Mock of Brilliance completed. And that's a great tool against heroes that have portal keys, because they obviously can't use them when they get hit by that damage. But he got picked off and just kind of set off a chain of events, and now he's going to get picked off again. More initiation coming out. He still does not have his portal key, and this is going to set him back even further. Now down to 1,500 gold. Oh man, this is not looking good now for Slicks as well as the rest of the TTE Sports team. Yeah,
it's almost as if TTE Sports is just falling apart a little bit. I mean, playing a little bit sloppy here, obviously, as you said. I mean, Slicks, again, that is his play style. We talk about this quite a lot. Him, I mean, there's definitely player names that come to mind where that's why they're so successful at the same time, is because they're known for playing so aggressive and crazy, and it definitely works out more than not. But there are games like this one where maybe he is overextending where he shouldn't be, and you see right again, Kiddo's going to jump in and catch Wild Soul. Is there going to be a follow-up this time? It doesn't look like it, and Boo Boo will scare them off again with that Mocker Brilliance just taking him down. Will eventually fall back, but the lead just keeps on expanding here, and then you have to deal with the Silhouette on top of that, who, man, Silhouette's been very quiet this game. Being played by CY, she is 3-1-3, so it's not that she's been inactive by any means. But she's farming 440 gold per minute. She has her Nullstone finish. I mean, I know that we've been spending a lot of attention on Wild on some other heroes, but where has the Silhouette been and dominating this game in GPM all of a sudden?
I mean, when we're like, what has she been doing? But wow, she has a lot of farm. She's doing the right thing. She's getting a ton of farm. She is the late game carry. She is the hardest carry in this game right now. And with an Nymphora in the game as well. Oh, and they had a really great. Oh, actually, I missed a kill there. Nick O'Kays goes down to WTF and the white combination. White. And so good pickup kill there for them.
Wait, what just happened there? I'm so confused right now. So that was the Mock of Brilliance from the Bear and the power throw from Aluna that just killed him. The heroes weren't even up there.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't even catch it on camera. I'm like, looking at it, where the hell are the heroes?
Yep.
Wild Soul was in the jungle, and Aluna's all the way down there too. But so that was just wow. I would like to check out the replay on what actually happened there, but somehow got picked off by the Bear, Mock, and Arthur. But anyways, so a good kill there, but still, obviously quite a rune to make up for. And Silhouette now, she's finishing off these Ancients right here. She has another 1,400 gold, 3,000 gold saved up on Kiddo, playing as Temp. And this is one of those Tempest games where I wouldn't be surprised to see a Restoration Stone in the near future on him because of just the farm that he's getting.
Well, I think he definitely has to go for Shrunken Head first, but if he gets a Shrunken Head and just goes in at ultimates, there's nothing that can cancel it. Really, actually, literally, there's nothing that can cancel it. You just go in there, bam, throw your ultimate down. and it's going to be deadly. But yeah, that was a really funny combination there, the bear plus the great snipe there from WTF. But his farm is very, very low right now. He's 2-4-1 this game, 250 gold per minute. So it doesn't sound that bad, but you know, he's looking at the Ghost Marchers and 1 Arcana right now. So actually some aggression coming out here. Nymph4 Port is coming to maybe save him, but no, they are able to get the kill. Bubbles comes in with the silence as well as a kill field, and 2 kills now on Leon Black and Slicks. Torture Impalement doing a lot of damage, but the Black Hole coming out on Torture as well as Boo Boo, as well as Luna walks in there, I think. And oh, can I get the kill onto Tempest? 1 more auto attack. No, he will live. And then now a counter kill coming out. 1 more auto attack on the Wild Soul, and he dies. So Bubbles picks up a great kill there. Wow, that was some crazy stuff.
You see, yeah, Nymph4 was actually stuck the whole time off to the side. She actually homecoming sort of the tower to finally help the team. But anyways, they're chasing a Luna. The Deja Vu and the Ghost March is a little bit too fast, though. And it may be enough for her to get away. Portal Key coming up in 1 second, however. So expect that Portal Key and WTF. Oh, no, Pyromancer going for a random stun. Obviously, they can't actually see where she is. So Luna may very likely get away right here. And in fact, there we go. So a good getaway in the end by WTF. But still, obviously, the damage done. I'm not sure what Talabo was really talking about there. I didn't see anything too crazy that happened. But apparently he wasn't too happy with something. But anyways, that was just a good response once again coming up from MUFC. Now, the Silhouette did die, of course, so at the same time was a big kill for TteS Sports. But you still got a 412 gold per minute Silhouette who resurrects and goes right back to farming. So see right away it's up to 1,300 gold. And again, you've got 3,500 gold pooled up on both Tempest and Bubbles right now. And another 1,600 on Pyromancer. So not only do they have a gold lead, but they're pooling that gold up. So we're going to see some bigger and better items here very shortly for our Hellborn team, actually.
Yeah, I asked Riser actually what happened, but apparently White got stuck on something. So maybe his hero could boo when he got stuck. I don't know. I didn't really see anything. Maybe it's one of those he got here or like creep blocked or something. I don't know.
I know that there are some random stumps in the game. I'm looking at one right now here at the top lane. That's like it's like right next to the observatory, just to the left of it. It's like you can get stuck on those, and those get really annoying if you do. But yeah, I don't know what the bottom lane.
Charges.
Yeah, it's that. It stops everything. Yeah, he can charge over like fissure stuns. And
fissure stuns.
Makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty silly, but well. Legion team, though, TteS Sports, got to give them credit for definitely sticking in this game, and they make a nice push here at the top lane, get the tower kill, and going to farm a little bit more. But while that's happening, some split pushing going on both at the bottom and the middle by our Hellborn side. It's actually a pretty good response here from MUFC, but TteS Sports, they looks like at least they're going to keep this going. And this tower going to start taking damage quickly here. You see Bobo in the front lines, of course. He has that Mocker Brilliance. He's working on, I'm guessing, a Soul's Bulwark. To follow that up, but just look at that tower disintegrate here. I mean, again, the Demolish especially did so much work, but again, the middle lane being pushed in here by MUFC, so a 1-for-1 tower exchange in that sense. Witchslayer will jump in, though. They catch Nymphora, and Nymphora, you are very likely dead. Silver Bullet even used. I don't even know if that was necessary, but guarantees a kill nonetheless. In comes the Kelfield counter initiation, though, from Bubbles. Silhouette with the fall tree couple. There's a Tempest, so we're going to see an ultimate come. I know he doesn't have enough mana. Magnus comes in with the eruption, though. Pyromancer quickly finishes him off. Tempest will fall, but Witchslayer going down. And now you see Torture trying to run away. He has the Impalement activated. Wild Soul doing what he can. Boo Boo's still alive. Will eventually fall, but he can't respawn it actually just yet. Another 4 seconds. He's going to try to port out right here. And Waitalba is going to make it. A nice sneaky placement right there from Waitalba. But still a good hold coming out from MUFC once again.
Yeah, I think Tempest actually forgot that his ult was on cooldown. It had like 13 seconds left on it. So he may not have had his mana as well, but yeah, no ultimate available there to use. He is sitting at 4,800 gold. I don't know why he doesn't have a shrunken head not picked up. Maybe he's going for a sheep stick. I'm not quite sure. But no, good turnaround of events there. I think Bubbles actually could have gone a little bit earlier because they weren't giving that Nymphora as quickly as they needed to. They still got the good kill on him, but I think Bubbles could have actually jumped a little bit earlier. But still, actually now Nymphora coming out here with the port onto Waitalba, but I don't think they're going to get him, and they might actually get a turn kill. If they can get an entangle route here, this Bubbles could go down. Take cover coming out, but I don't think he's going to be able to blink available. No, he's not, and the stun comes out, and the entangle. So, that's not good news for MUFC here.
Yeah, that started with a fail initiation here from MUFC, and then 4 is going to end up falling as well. So, and then, Pyromancer turning around. They need to be careful. Silhouette is here. They might go for a kill on a Wild Soul, but Magma's here as well. They get the kill on a Wild Soul. But in jumps, Witch Slayer, the red stuff from Aluna gets the 1 kill on a Pyromancer. Silhouette now start dropping quickly. She has a null stone. There's a TteS ultimate though. The great tree grapple on top. And Silhouette gonna follow it up. Witch Slayer will fall. Down goes Magnus. Down goes Aluna. And a hat trick picked up by CY. Quad kill, in fact, picked up by CY right there when it's all said and done. What timing from Kiddo to come out with a great TteS ultimate and secure that team fight. Wow, that could not have been any better.
I know, and it's almost great that he actually didn't use the ultimate top because he had it available right there. And it was, I saw it coming from a mile away. I saw him just trucking down and be like, oh, he's coming, it's gonna be big, because they were all clumped up there. And wow, that was great there for MUFC. Very, very big turn of events right there, which looked like it was gonna be a huge, pickup for TD Esports, but nope. Kiddo had said otherwise, and now he has 6K gold saved up. What is he gonna buy?
He's going to buy a Doombringer, he's going to go to the jungle, kill himself, and he's going to give it to Silhouette.